Two of the most important jobs are being celebrated this week in the US: Teacher Appreciation and Mother's Day. The truth is that appreciation and gratitude, they hit differently depending on which role you are. We see this from multiple angles as a classroom teacher, as my colleague Jennifer Mazaki, who's a special education inclusion teacher, and Allison Gollin, a school social worker. I'm Melissa, the well-seasoned teacher, and I teach gifted education. And together, we are the Educate Her Collective. One of the things that I've noticed is that appreciation, having done this for 27 years, appreciation really isn't about the gift card, although those are lovely. It's more about those handwritten notes that I've gotten. And like I think all of us in this profession, we have a file that we keep of all those notes when we really need a pick-me-up. And it works for your own child, for you too. So one of the best notes I ever got from a student, I actually framed and I have it in my classroom, and it was a poem in a form I had taught them that said, "You made me feel like I'm a writer. You made me feel like I'm a reader, and you made me feel successful." And I will never forget that. I had it hanging up in my house and until I brought it into my classroom, and I look at it every day, and she's off in her 30s now doing great things. But 20 something years ago, she was just an amazing student. And then one of the nicest things one of my son's teachers did was have them write why we were important to them. And as a kindergartner, he wrote, "My mom is important because she plays with me even when she's tired." And I never realized that a 6-year-old would notice that I was playing with him, even though I would much rather have been reading a book, because I was so tired and just wanted to sit and relax. So it's those little things that we never forget. My son is almost 21 now, so this was 15 years ago, and it made a huge difference.
So nice.
Jen, you come at it from a co-teacher's perspective. How would you suggest that teachers how can we show gratitude for each other in the school?
Yeah, so during Teacher Appreciation Week, it's so important to recognize each other, recognize your colleagues, and thank them for the amazing job that they do. Focus on how can you just give them a professional compliment. Now, maybe you don't know what they're like in the class. It's easy for me to say give a professional compliment because I'm in the same classroom as certain adults in my inclusion classes. But you know what the students and teacher relationship is like, or you just know what kind of energy that person brings to a faculty meeting or maybe to lunch. Send them a quick email if you don't see them all the time. Everybody likes to get a nice personalized email that's just to them that says something like, "Thank you for what you do. I love listening to your laugh while I'm eating lunch. I can hear you every day." Just something like that. It just brightens somebody's day to know that other people recognize it. Grab a index card even, or a note card, or a piece of cardstock, and just jot something down on it real quick and throw it in somebody's mailbox. We're so used to looking in our mailboxes, and now with so much email, I don't feel like there's much in our mailbox. But boy, do I get excited when I look in my mailbox and there's like a note and not like a piece of paper or an envelope that I might be afraid to open, but
Right.
like an actual like card. So maybe try and do that. Just spread a little cheer. We had Kindness Week a few weeks ago in my school, and I saw on like Instagram or TikTok or wherever it was, that find a teacher who. And I know sometimes it's hard for the students to put things into words, and maybe it is for teachers as well. But I just gave the kids a whole bunch of papers and I said, read these. Do any of these scream I want to give this to Mrs. So and so. And the kids were like, yeah, can I give this to her? Can I give this to her? And they would go with those pieces of paper. And, I mean, maybe this week I should be coming up with a bunch and leaving them in the planning center and saying, take one and give it to one of your colleagues. So I guess maybe now I know what I'm going to be doing tonight, because
There you
now
go.
I think I need to make this. Because sometimes you forget to put things down on paper, and it's nice when you can see it and share it with somebody. So it's the little things that add up. Everybody just wants to be seen. They want to feel appreciated. How can you make someone feel appreciated? Allison, I bet you have some great ideas on how we could take this maybe with that home and school connection.
Yes, definitely. And as I was sitting here listening to all of these wonderful things, I was thinking to myself that if we kind of flip the script during Teacher Appreciation Week, like one of the reasons we do this job, actually probably the main reason we do this job, is to make sure that children feel heard and seen and loved when they're at school each day, right? So one of the ways that that we can do that is to interact with parents to let them know how much we appreciate their children. So yes, it's a little bit of a different script during a week when we're used to being appreciated, but making sure a parent knows how much you appreciate their child, really what you're also doing is telling them that you appreciate them too. You appreciate all of the work that's going on outside of school. I know once my daughter's phys ed teacher randomly called in the middle of the day. I couldn't pick it up because I was in the middle of a meeting. But when I went back into the voicemail, I actually got tears in my eyes because he said, what I do every month or every semester, whatever, I can't remember exactly how he phrased it, is I reach out to a parent or two to let them know how much I appreciate having their child in the room with me, because they're so devoted and dedicated and they want to do a great job. And I just wanted to let you know that your daughter's one of those people for me this semester. And it made my day, just because I thought, wow, he's really thinking about her and letting me know how much he appreciates having her in the room. And I don't think we can underestimate how difficult the job is at home, how difficult your jobs are in the classroom, and then putting those two jobs together in order to create a fully formed person who's going to go out into the world. And what happens when a teacher lets a parent know how much they appreciate the child is the parent then relays that message to the child, and the child feels like they can glow from the inside out. And I think, especially for children that I know I work with pretty much all day, who a lot of times the phone calls parents are getting are not quite as positive. If you can make that positive phone call, it just makes everyone, I don't know, so happy that I've been told when parents do that. When teachers do that, when they call the parent that rarely gets that phone call, to tell them something positive and loving, it just makes their whole day. So.
I like how you said they glow from the inside out. Like, that's what we need to do, right? That's what gratitude and appreciation is. How can you bring someone's glow out and let them really see it in themselves? Because I mean, I don't know about you ladies, but I know I am my worst critic. And you always, I think our brain is trained. I mean, I am not a doctor by any means, but we all focus on too much negative. And when somebody is literally showering you with gratitude and praise, and when you hear that, that's what builds you up and brings that glow out.
And that's really what showing gratitude is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and usually I would say on a child study team, we're kind of like the behind the scenes people that don't really get like people don't really understand our job so much. It's not like being a teacher in a classroom. So when people do acknowledge, oh, thank you so much for being a support for our family, man, does it make me feel like, okay, yep, I can't wait to come into work tomorrow because I can hopefully make a difference,
That's so great.
Yeah.
My school has staff shout out cards for this week. So I now know who I'm going to do tomorrow.
Good.
Yeah.
Shout it out.
Yeah. I'm glad that you reminded me about the child study team because I do think you're forgotten and we have to remember how hard you work.
Oh, well, thank you. But I mean, yeah, we're like
No.
redheaded stepchildren. but
I do because we celebrate the school secretaries and
Oh,
our school
yes,
leaders and the
absolutely.
custodians, but
And they need that. They absolutely
do.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They do. But I think that the support professionals like what you do are forgotten.
Yeah.
And we have to
There are
remember how
sometimes.
much you do to support us.
But yeah, it is. I feel like when I call parents and say, listen, I saw your daughter give up her lunch period today in order to sit with a little boy in the building with autism who, has a really, really difficult time when he doesn't get exactly what he wants for lunch. And she sat with him all day long or all period long in order to make him feel more comfortable.
Oh,
I mean, who wouldn't want to hear that about their amazing child, right?
right.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Right.
wonderful that you made that phone call because sometimes we
Yes.
see these things, like we see things that our colleagues do, we see things that the students do. And if you don't truly like acknowledge it and verbalize it, some people don't even realize that you recognized it. So
Yeah.
that's what we have to do. We have to remember to verbalize it so that people know that they're recognized and appreciated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even in a short, quick email, like, hey, I just wanted to let you know I saw so-and-so in the hallway, and every single time I see her, she's amazing and always says hi, even if it's the 8th time she's seen me in the day. She always says hi. I just wanted to let you know you're doing a great job.
And I bet that parent saved that email. They may have printed it out and put it on their
Put it on their wall. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you ladies. This was
and I
wonderful.
appreciate you both so much. You don't even understand.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the three of us feel that way about each other. We're lucky. We're lucky we have each other.
Mm-hmm. And so I think all three of us are going to challenge all of you. Who can you make glow? Whose glow can you bring out tomorrow?
Yes.
And then we'll be back with you next month in June. We haven't really talked about what we're going to discuss yet, so we'll let you know. Just tune back in.
I have my notes. We were
and what does it say?
About how to avoid the summer slide.
Perfect.
Ooh,
Perfect.
okay.
All right. So we'll see you a month from today. How to avoid the summer slide.
Yes.
Bye. Thank you.